watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And happening now at 6, covering the entire DMV. It is day 4 of the encampment at George Washington University protesting the Israel-Hamas war. We're on the ground bringing you what the atmosphere is like. And in about 5 weeks, 5 Metro Red Line stations will be closed for construction, which stops won't be available to you, and what your ride options are. And Virginia drivers driving without insurance will soon be a thing of the past. Your deadline to be insured and how to find the best insurance rates.
And I'm sure as you stepped outside today, you felt a world of difference from what we had yesterday. Well, we're going to get even warmer tomorrow. The heat is the headline. We'll talk about it for Monday's forecast and beyond coming up.
And good evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 on this Sunday. I'm Tosin Fakila in for Ben Dennis. We continue to follow the encampment at George Washington University protesting the Israel-Hamas war. That protest in its 4th day. Students from the school, Georgetown, and American University calling for a free Palestine and an end to the war. DC News Now's Dave LaValle joins us from George Washington University. And Dave, what is the scene like on this 4th day?
Well, good evening to you, Tosin. We can tell you we're at the corner of 8th Street and 21st Street Northwest. Demonstrators have shut down this section of 8th Street all the way over to 20th Street. As you said, this is the 4th day of their protest as demonstrators refuse to leave until Palestinians have their own state.
The Intifada happened because of terrorists in Gaza, which is why
Baltimore's Karen Levin and her son Aiden find themselves in a war of words with Palestinian supporters.
It doesn't mean that another ethnic group should be forced from their homeland.
It belongs to the Jews. The Jews
I'm
were there.
Jewish.
Okay, good for you.
The confrontation takes place during the 4th day of the demonstration at George Washington University. Some set up camp in the middle of 8th Street as they can come and go as they want. That's not the case with those who put up tents on the university campus.
A lot of us feel like caged animals.
Georgetown University student Selena Al-Shihabi is among those who have been there since the protest started. Should she or any of the others leave the cordoned off area, they will not be allowed to go back in there.
We can't even use the bathroom. We don't have running water. We're having to go to the bathroom in a bucket.
Despite the challenges, Al-Shihabi and others stand firm.
Morale is high. We're doing this all for Gaza. That's why we're here. And
Levin, who runs the Baltimore Zionist district, wishes demonstrators would leave.
it's disheartening to see college students call for the death of, call for the elimination of a Jewish state. It's disheartening to listen to them.
Protesters vow to remain until Palestinians have their own country. And the university has already suspended 7 students for their roles in the demonstration. We're live at George Washington University. Dave LaValle, DC News Now.
Every time the media lies! Every time the media lies! A journalist in Gaza dies! A journalist in Gaza dies!
And those were the sounds of pro-Palestinian supporters outside the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner last night. Now, to get inside the dinner, many guests walked past hundreds of protesters outraged over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Demonstrators condemned President Joe Biden for his support of Israel's military campaign and Western news outlets for what they say as flawed coverage of the conflict. Biden's speech made no mention of the situation in the Middle East, instead focusing on Republican rival Donald Trump. Kelly O'Donnell, the president of the Correspondents Association, acknowledged around 100 journalists killed in Israel's war with Gaza. Meantime, American University briefly went on lockdown yesterday after reports of a person showing a weapon and threatening a student on a university shuttle bus. Officials say it happened at the intersection of Nebraska Avenue and Ward Circle at about 5:45. AUPD found a person off campus matching that student's description and called DC police. The person was arrested by DC police, but officers say they did not find a weapon. An update in the Navy Yard CVS shoplifting from April 16th. Police have arrested 5 more teens in connection to that incident. 2 15-year-old girls, a 15-year-old boy, and 2 14-year-old boys were taken into custody yesterday. This is video of that incident 2 weeks ago. A group went into the store, ransacking it and taking things without paying. Police say one of the suspects also threw a bottle at a security guard. Investigators say the arrested teens face several charges, including aggravated assault, burglary, and theft. Police previously arrested a 16-year-old boy in connection to that incident. And DC police have also arrested a man in connection to the deadly stabbing outside Audi Field last night. Officials say it happened at about 6:30 on T Street Southwest. Police say they found a 41-year-old Marin Gross Jr. stabbed multiple times. He later died at the hospital. 49-year-old Wally Shabazz is charged with second-degree murder while armed. Police say the victim and the suspect knew each other. Over to Baltimore. Baltimore City leaders are taking the owner and manager of the ship that crashed into the Key Bridge last month to court. They claim that ship wasn't seaworthy before setting sail. DC News Now's Yamari Sase has those details.
Yeah, so according to the Associated Press, it was actually filed by the Baltimore mayor and the city council. And to sum it all up, they want the owner and manager of this cargo ship to be fully liable for the Key Bridge collapse, but there could be some issues along the way.
Just a month ago, the Baltimore Bridge went down when the Dolly cargo ship crashed into it, which killed 6 construction workers and caused a lot of damage at the Patapsco River and also left a huge impact on the Port of Baltimore. Now, Baltimore leaders are accusing the cargo ship owner, manager, and even the crew for negligence. They say the Singapore-based company and their crew should have known whether the Dolly cargo ship was in good shape to travel before trying to leave Baltimore. But there could be something that may get in the way. Just days after the crash, the cargo ship company actually filed a petition for limited liability for the collapse. They're asking for a cap of $43.6 million. Now, ultimately, the decision of how much the company could owe will be in the hands of the Maryland Federal Court. But this could be one of the most expensive disasters in history. In the court documents filed by the Baltimore mayor and city council, their attorneys wrote, petitioners' negligence caused them to destroy the Key Bridge and single-handedly shut down the Port of Baltimore, a source of jobs, municipal revenue, and no small amount of pride for the city of Baltimore and its residents.
So the families of the crew members that died in this tragic accident are also looking into holding the cargo ship company responsible. Now, as for the status of when the bridge will reopen, it's going to take several months as crews continue to clean up, but they have opened up 3 temporary channels at the port so far. Reporting in the studio, I'm Yamari Sase. Back to you.
Yamari, thank you. Popular corner market chain Foxtrot closed all its shops, including 10 stores in the DMV. DC News Now stopped by the Bethesda location where customers were left confused and shocked by the sudden closure. They tell us the chain was always busy.
It was pretty shocking because I commute through this area every day, and in the morning I stop and get coffee, and in the afternoon I'll stop and get a beer.
It's the place that my coworkers and I come and hang out, get some coffees in the morning. It's kind of always like our fun vibe.
DC News Now reached out to Foxtrot directly to learn more about the closure, but we haven't heard back. The main page of the company's website has been replaced with a letter that's also posted on social media. It says in part, quote, we explored many avenues to continue the business, but found no viable option despite good faith and exhaustive efforts. It goes on to say this decision has not been made lightly, and we understand the impact it'll have on you, our loyal customers, as well as our dedicated team members. All right, your time is 6:08. Time to get a first check of your forecast. You know what I blame it on, Scott? The heat, because I know you guys have been saying for days it was going to be warm, but I was not prepared at all. It's warm outside.
Tosin, you've done mornings, afternoons, and evenings, so I do not blame you for saying what you just said. You don't know when you're getting up and working.
This is very accurate.
Yeah, absolutely. 80 degrees outside right now, Tosin. Yeah, it is warm out there, and it's sunny. It's not that humid, though. As you can see, temperatures here, they'll be dropping out of the 80s and getting into the 70s in D.C. until about the midnight hour, and then after midnight we'll be into the 60s, but it'll be even milder than we've had the last couple of nights, obviously, around the region. As we widen out our view, there's nothing near us that'll spark any showers or thunderstorms here, at least in the next 24 hours. We have a front that's off to the north, and that will stay there primarily, although that will eventually arrive. But tomorrow, we're going to be about 22 degrees above the average temperature in the district. And you can see the average numbers there, 73, 74 degrees over the next 5 days. And you can see over the next 5 days, too, there is no negative number, so there is no below average temperature that's going to be seen here across the region. What about tonight? Fairly mild, 8 o'clock through 10 o'clock. We're looking at temperatures that are going to be, like I said, holding in the 70s. Stay tuned. I've got my 7-day forecast coming up for you in just a bit. Tosin?
All right, Scott, looking forward to it. Thank you. Well, we are on the move with Metro. We're just over a month away from the start of summer construction work on Metro's Red Line. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree has more on the alternate options leaders are considering for commuters.
Transit and government officials gathered here to share more details about the summer Red Line construction plan and to reassure commuters that they're doing everything they can to make the transition to the temporary shuttle bus service as seamless as possible. In just over 5 weeks, the Glenmont, Wheaton, Forest Glen, Silver Spring, and Tacoma stations will all be closed for renovations, including the completion of the Purple Line mezzanine in Silver Spring. Leaders say they're preparing for the impact this shutdown will have on commuters.
We are working as a collaborative team to make this impact as minimal as possible and really bring better transportation to the area.
One way they're ensuring the shuttle service moves efficiently throughout the county is by adding 7.5 miles of temporary curbside bus lanes on major corridors.
This includes segments along Georgia Avenue, Beers Mill Road, Colesville Road, and East-West Highway.
County officials say they are aware this will be a major adjustment for many.
You all have been more than patient with construction. And this summer, even though we're doing this planning now, we know we will face hiccups.
But they are confident the temporary shuttle service will be a viable solution in getting people to their destination as quickly as possible.
It is going to be tremendously helpful for the people who still have to get to work every day and who rely on public transportation.
Reporting in Silver Spring, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.